Well, I thought I'd do part 2 on Harley Davidson going woke, which is basically going to change into our main dealers looking after the riders. So in the last video I did a quick chat about the Harley Davidson going woke issue, which I think got blown out of proportion a little bit. I'm not sure what actual effect it's had on them. Certainly through watching other videos on YouTube, it seems to have died quite quickly. But I think it sort of raises the focus a bit that is wokeness the only problem that Harley Davidson are facing? As I said, originally I always wanted a Harley Davidson, but I wasn't happy with the current designs. I thought they changed the demographic of the targeted rider. But then that's the same case for quite a few models. Maybe it's just I'm too old and I don't like the designs. I don't know. But certainly for me, the look of the Harley Davidson changed dramatically. So that's why I personally chose an Indian motorcycle, because I preferred the modern look of the Scout engine and eventually the Challenger when it came out. Although I don't own a Challenger, I currently have an Indian Dark Horse Roadmaster. What this video or vlog is looking at really, do you feel that the new designs are pushed out too soon? I've certainly found watching a few YouTubes, especially with the CVO, there's been quite a few videos where people go on about them breaking down, normally wiring loom issues, etc. So I wonder if motorcycles in general are getting released too quick on the rider to do the road testing for them. I see problems with BMW, Indian, quite a few brands. So it's not just Harley Davidson. I don't want you thinking I'm picking on them per se, but I do feel motorcycle companies at the moment are not showing their riders the respect they're due. Certainly a lot of what I see leads me to believe that I'm not the only one thinking that. So since my last video, I've been watching a few vlogs in relation to the story about Harley Davidson going woke, and there was one that popped up. It was from an Indian dealership in Texas, I think, and they basically had their take on it, that Harley Davidson, there certainly were a lot more people wanting to trade in the Harley Davidson, and it's quite interesting. Their side of the story was they got 3 Harley Davidson dealers they normally deal with to do trade-ins, to obviously pass the bikes on quicker to other people, and they were saying that their showrooms are full because they hold stock as well. So although Indian could probably benefit from the story about the Harley Davidson wokeness, some of the dealers might not be able to act upon it because of not being able to trade them in, or not being able to give a sensible value. So I think that certainly the trading value's probably taken quite a hit through this story, but interesting to see how long it lasts for. But looking at these videos, I see that there's an underlying issue where Indian are miles behind Harley Davidson in respect of service, customer service, and investment in the riders. This is something I've been looking at for quite some time. So this is why I turned to my assistant for a little bit of help. Alexa, how many Harley Davidson dealerships are in the USA?
From Autowise.com. Harley-Davidson operates 1,498 dealerships in 97 countries across the globe, with 698 of them in the United States alone.
Alexa, how many Indian motorcycle dealerships are in the USA?
From Autowise.com. Currently, Indian motorcycles operate a total of 185 official dealerships and authorized sellers in the USA.
Well, so the last part of what Alexa just said there, authorized dealerships. So
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yeah, you're quiet now. Yes, as you heard, there's 698 dealerships for Harley-Davidson in the US and 185 Indian dealerships. And as you heard, authorized service. That's the big question. That's the big difference. Harley-Davidson have got so many more dealerships, but what they also have is authorized. So in that 698, I don't know how many are dealerships that sell motorcycles, or within that figure, so if there are service dealerships. But even so, 698 to 185. So basically what I mean there is Indian motorcycles will only allow authorised dealerships to work on their motorcycles to do warranty work. And at the moment that's 185. So they don't endorse or support independent garages to do service or warranty work. That causes a major issue for their customer, because then you've got limited choice. Normally you've got probably hour and a half to 3 hours between dealers, probably be more. So your choice is being restricted. Then if you end up with a poor dealer, you're even worse off. And I feel by having a limited number and not allowing independent service garages then brings another issue in, that it's not keeping the current dealers to a standard. You're reducing their competition. So there are more stories out there of dealerships that aren't looking after their customers. People saying that because of the service I'm getting, I'm thinking of trading in my motorcycle. So here in the UK, it's even worse for us, because officially, it's easy for me to find the details. It's around 21 Indian dealerships, and the same with Harley-Davidson dealerships. But again, Harley-Davidson, you have so many independent garages that will work on Harley-Davidson's, got the software and access to the parts, because again, aftermarket, there's so many more aftermarket parts. But then Harley-Davidson's been around longer. Polaris do not endorse, will not help independent garages at all. So then that's just affecting the customer. So yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts. I think it's quite an interesting thing. Should there be more independent dealers, garages? Should there be more choice? You know, after all, if you own a car, you can take any car to basically any garage to get it looked at. You don't have to go to the main dealer unless it's under warranty work. But even then, warranty work is becoming a battle to actually clarify if the manufacturers will actually do the work. I know my own experience and the experience of friends that Indian motorcycles, or Polaris, have started, certainly Polaris Britain, have started using good faith as an excuse to not agree warranty work. So they'll agree to do a repair one-off on an item that should be warranty work. So then if that part fails a week later, you're stuffed, because you've agreed to have it done under good faith, and that's giving them the argument that you're agreeing it not to be warranty. But yeah, I do find, certainly with those the two main companies here, Harley-Davidson and Indian Motorcycles, as I said before, run by accountants, not by people that got passion for their brand. It is a shame, and it does seem to be the way things are going forward. But bike sales will go down. Hopefully they'll change their mind, and there you go. Think things will get better. I doubt it.